Are you okay before we start? Where do you report out? I'm going to. Having reached the hour of 5:30, I am calling the June 10th, 2025 Modesto City Council meeting to order and ask the city clerk to please call the roll.
Councilmember Ricky.
Here.
Councilmember Williams.
Here.
Councilmember Wright.
Here.
Councilmember Scutia Brayton.
Here.
Councilmember Alvarez.
Here.
And Vice Mayor Bavaro.
Here.
For the record, Mayor Zwalin is absent for this meeting only as she is on vacation.
Will everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the invocation from Darrell Cummings, Church, Christ Community Church.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Father, we thank you for these men and women who lead our city. We're grateful for each one of them. We thank you for everyone that pulls the sled and gives us such a wonderful community to enjoy and live in. We pray for your blessings. We pray for your bounty. Lord, would you continue to watch over this great city and the wonderful families that live here. We give you thanks for this opportunity. We pray for wisdom. And I ask, Lord, that you would bring just a great sense of your presence even in this meeting as they do the business of this amazing city. We give you thanks for all things. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Does the clerk have any announcements?
Yes, Vice Mayor. Item 23, hearing regarding the rezoning of 1600 and 1604 Kansas Avenue has been removed from the agenda and will return at a future date. Also, a reminder, public comment is 3 minutes and there are blue speaker cards at the entrance of the chambers.
Thank you. Does any council members have any conflicts of interest? Okay, seeing none. Next on the agenda is acknowledgements and presentations. This evening, we will be doing a proclamation declaring June 19th as Juneteenth. I will read the proclamation, and accepting this evening's proclamation is Deborah Sylvan Jones, President of King Kennedy Memorial Center Board of Directors. On June 19th, 1865, nearly 2 years after President Lincoln emancipated enslaved black Americans, Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas to announce the emancipation. June 19th became known as Juneteenth, a day of celebration for black Americans and human rights. This day holds a profound significance in American history and provides an opportunity to remember our capacity to heal, hope, and learn from our darkest moments. Juneteenth is also a time to honor and celebrate strength, tireless work of activists, educators, business leaders, civic leaders, and public officials who made it their mission to advocate for change. We honor their profound contributions to our culture, society, and enduring fight for civil rights. The City of Modesto recognizes the important role of the community and is overcoming injustices in the Black American as Black Americans continue to endure. We acknowledge the importance of this historical event and stand committed to fostering a community where all residents are treated with dignity, respect, and understanding. Now, therefore, I, Sue Zawalin, do hereby proclaim June 19th, 2025 as Juneteenth in the City of Modesto and encourage residents to join in celebrating the important day and honor the history and achievements of Black Americans. Signed this 10th day of June 2025. I now would like to call on Deborah Sylvan Jones, if you have any comments to make, please.
Good evening. Thank you, Vice Mayor and Councilman. We'd like to invite you all to our celebration that we're having at Crusader Park on the 14th. The time will be from 1 to 6. So please come on out and enjoy the festival with us. And I want to thank you again for the proclamation.
Thank you. I will be coming down with fellow council members to present the proclamation to you.
Thank you. These are our board members.
So I will give the proclamation to you. Before, that you before.
Hi, good to see you. Thank you. Yes.
Next on the agenda is public comment. As noted on the agenda, public comment will be in person. Zoom will still be available for viewing and wordly translation. Thank you all for being here tonight, the Modesto City Council meeting, and a place where everyone is encouraged to listen, share views, and participate in the decision-making process that benefits our community. Your engagement is valuable, and it helps our council and city staff collaborate on finding solutions that enhance the quality of life for the residents of Modesto. To be fair and equitable, every individual will have a right to speak at this council meeting. However, it is imperative that we foster and maintain a respectable environment for the well-being and safety for everyone present at these proceedings. It is the mayor's responsibility to preserve strict order and decorum at all council meetings. As such, in the mayor's absence, I assume that responsibility as vice mayor, pursuant to the city charter of Modesto, Article 6, the mayor, Section 601, powers and duties of the mayor. The mayor shall have the authority to preserve order at all council meetings and to remove or cause the removal of any person from the meeting of the council for disorderly conduct, to enforce the rules of the council, and to determine order of business under the rules of the council. according to the City Council meeting decorum rules, are as follows. Please be respectable of all presenters, council members, staff, and members of the public. Please refrain from clapping other than following a presentation. All speakers are encouraged to state their name and the city of residence. All questions must be directed this evening to the Vice Mayor. Please do not block the view of others by holding signs up during council meetings. Time limit for public comment is 3 minutes, but you may be limited at the discretion of the Vice Mayor this evening to manage the business of the council. Speaking over others or interrupting while others are on the floor is not permitted. Cell phones should be turned off or shall be set in vibrate during the meetings. Thank you for your patience and participation, and we work together to address the issues impacting our community. Maintaining order and decorum during the City Council meeting is crucial in an effective governance of Modesto and ensuring the Council's decisions are reflective of the community's priorities. Anyone disrupting the Council meeting may be asked to leave. Does anyone wish to speak on any item under public comment? This is an item not on the Council's agenda. You have 3 minutes to speak. Anyone wishing to address the council is asked to follow the rules of decorum. The rules of decorum are posted at the entrance of the chamber. At this time, I have some blue cards that I'm going to read the name off and invite you to come up and speak. Betty Santos?
Hi, good evening. I'm Vice Mayor and City Council. I am Betty Santos. I'm a lifelong resident here in Modesto, California. I am a representative for West Coast Customs here in our Central Valley chapter. I had the opportunity to attend the American Graffiti event this past Saturday and Sunday. Working? Okay. And I had the pleasure of working with City Councilman Jeremiah Williams and helping to support him in parking the cars. We had a great turnout, as well, working along with Motown Classics and another group that was there as well. Jeremiah just shared with me that we had parked over 1,000 cars in an hour and 15 minutes, which we had a really good support system going on. We did shift from here or there. If one member had to go support someone over here, I would move. And there's a lot of communication, which was really nice, which I really appreciate. And I just want to give a big shout out to Motown Classics. They are willing to do this again, and they do want to do more in our car community as well. The only one concern I have, it was on Sunday, was and the younger generation, where they have the newer cars parked on the other side. I just saw a few after they would exit MJC, they would travel just a little bit fast, even though we had some families that were still crossing the street. And, you know, I just want this event to be safe for everybody to attend. It was very family friendly, a lot of activities for the kids to keep them busy, you know, and there was a lot of kids there as well as parents, grandparents, people that came to reminisce. And so I thought maybe Councilman Jeremiah, if you can take that information back to the Kiwanis and just let them know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next is Byron Frith. Oh, here you go.
I want to express my gratitude for allowing me to speak, please. This is a traumatizing moment for me because I'm not used to this. It concerns HUD and my housing situation at Ralston Towers. I was under the impression when I moved there, which is back in June, that when Section 8 would kick in, and there appears to be on one of their, I can't remember what the man told me from a retirement housing foundation. I called them today. In one of their units, which isn't quite automatically on Section 8, if my memory serves me correctly. I don't know how many more months I could live there. it's going through all what cash reserves I have. And just want to make that clear. And I'm through now. Thank you.
Thank you. Allison, can you give this gentleman your card and have him contact you and see what you can do to help? Thank you. Next is Daniel Morgart.
Good evening, Vice Mayor and Council members. My name is Danielle Morgar, and from the Office of Assemblyman Juan Alanis, I would like to invite the Vice Mayor, Council members, and our community. Assemblyman Alanis has partnered with our local Red Cross for a community blood drive. This will be on June 20th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Aspire Vanguard College Preparatory Academy here in Modesto. For further information and to book an appointment, please call the Red Cross at 1-800-733-2767, or you can visit the redcrossblood.org and enter the sponsor code Juan Alanis with a capital J and a capital A. For our ledge update this evening, Assemblyman Alanis did work very hard with his colleagues in Sacramento this last week to go through assembly bills. So after House of Origin this last week, he was able to dispense 482 bills, all of which will be moving forward to the Senate to begin the next state in the legislative process. And second House committee hearings. Committees will resume or have resumed yesterday, where the Assembly will hear Senate bills and Senate will hear Assembly bills, 7 of which are Alanis bills, including AB 16, AB 17, AB 310, AB 312, AB 387, AB 528, and AB 873. As always, if there are any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else wishing to come forward to speak under public comment? Seeing none, next on the agenda, yes, sir.
I don't have a blue card, but can I?
You come up and speak.
Okay. So first off, I want to mention I want to honor the Modesto Police Department for all their hard work. They've been doing excellent work around our city. One of the things I have seen is we've been having a declining crime rate in some areas, with some concerns with violent crime. I just want to appreciate the Modesto Police Department about the investment in new technology in combating crime, including Zero Eyes. I think this was a great move in combating violent crimes throughout our city. When this trial retires, I recommend Zero Eyes as a piece of technology that we use in our departments. And also I want to mention the loss of an officer in LA. Him and his family are mourning for their loss. He was shot down in gunfire, and I feel very bad for him and his family.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to speak hear the public comment? Seeing none, next on the agenda are consent items. An item may be removed from consent and discussed at the request of a member of the public or a council member. Is there anyone on the council that would like to have a consent item removed for further discussion? Seeing none, is there anyone in the public that would like an item removed from consent for further discussion? Sir?
Item 11 for questions.
Item 11?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Councilmember Escudia Brayton, is there anyone in the public that would like an item removed from consent for further discussion or comment?
No, Vice Mayor, there are no public participants at my location. Thank you.
Thank you. With the exception of item 11, will the clerk please read the consent items?
Yes, Vice Mayor. Item 2, consider approving the minutes for the June 3rd, 2025 council meeting. Item 3, consider accepting the update on the 2020-2025 blight abatement strategy and adopting the 2025-2027 blight abatement strategy. Item 4, consider approving an agreement with Downtown Streets Team for an annual amount of $500,000 and a total amount not to exceed $1 million for job training and rapid housing services for a 2-year term. Item 5, consider approving an agreement with the State of California Department of Housing and Community Development for the acceptance of encampment resolution funding program and the amount of $5,757,847 and approving subawards to the Modesto Gospel Mission for $1,491,967 and Salvation Army for $669,167. Item 6, consider approving an agreement with Turning Point Community Programs, Rancho Cordova, California, to administer a short-term motel voucher program that assists individuals experiencing homelessness in amount not to exceed $200,000. Item 7, consider approving a resolution of intention to form the City of Modesto Community Facilities District Number 2025-2, Village 1 Triangle, an area bounded by Claus Road, East Bridgemore Avenue, and the Railroad along North Santa Fe, and to designate certain parcels as future annexation areas for CFD 2025-2. Please note, the attachments including the rate and method of apportionment and the boundary map for this item have been revised since the agenda was posted, and copies are available for the council and the public. Item 8, consider introducing and waiving the first reading of an ordinance amending Section 8-10.102, Membership of Commission of Title 8, Chapter 10, Citizens Transportation Sales Tax Commission, and approving a resolution amending the bylaws relating to membership requirements. Item 9, consider accepting the State Route 99 Pallandale Interchange Reconstruction Phase 2, Pallandale Avenue and Sis Road project as complete, releasing securities, releasing payments totaling $1,798,161 to United Pavement Maintenance Incorporated out of Houston, California, and authorizing the city clerk to file a notice of completion. Item 10, consider accepting the Grayson Well 69, replacing Well 274 project as complete, releasing securities, releasing payments totaling $3,059,859 to W.M. Lyles Company of Fresno, California, and authorizing the city clerk to file a notice of completion. Item 11 was removed from consent. Item 12, consider approving the updates to the city's investment policy. Item 13, consider accepting an informational report for the April 2025 Accounts Payable Payment Register and Void Report. Item 14, consider approving a purchase for 2 fleet addition and replacements for fleet vehicles, which includes 1 Wirt Gen pavement grinder and 1 Vector fan truck in the amount not to exceed $1,774,706. Item 15, consider accepting the final report of employment after retirement review conducted by the California Public Employee Retirement System. Item 16, consider approving an agreement with Ninox Solutions, Princeton, New Jersey, to implement and support an AI-powered search engine for a total amount not to exceed $255,000 over 3 years. Item 17, consider approving an agreement with In Time Solutions, Ferndale, Washington, for scheduling and timekeeping management software for ongoing maintenance and support for a total amount not to exceed $278,377 over 5 years. Item 18, consider approving adjustments to various airport rates and fees for specific activities and services at the Modesto City County Airport effective July 1st, 2025, rescinding resolution number 2024-183. Item 19, consider approving an amended Department of Water Resources 2021 Urban and Multi-Benefit Drought Relief Grant Program award of $2,500,000 for the Well 312 treatment system and flush line project, and authorizing a first amendment to the local project sponsor agreement with Contra Costa Water District. And item 20, consider approving the plans and specs for the 2018-2019 lift station improvement projects, accepting the bid and awarding a construction contract to TSI Engineering Incorporated of North Highlands, California, in the amount of $2,403,786, and authorizing 20% in contingency if needed for a total payment amount not to exceed $2,884,544.
Thank you. With the exception of item 11,
motion to approve.
is there a second?
Second.
Okay, a motion by Councilman Wright, second by Councilmember Alvarez. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Ricky?
Aye.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Wright?
Aye.
Councilmember Scutia-Brayton?
Aye.
Councilmember Alvarez?
Aye.
And Vice Mayor Bavaro.
Aye. Now for a staff report on item 11.
Good evening, Vice Mayor Bavaro, council members, Deanna Christensen, Director of Finance. So this item is an annual review. It's one of several of our finance policies that we have. We coordinate with our debt management to do a review to ensure there have been no updates to rules, regulations, and just again ensure that we're exploring the most cost-effective way to issue debt or refinancing. When we go through this annual review, we do coordinate with the city's municipal advisors, PFM, as well as our bond counsel to again ensure that any updates to the debt management policy aligns with the required rules and regulations as well as the state code. And I'm more than happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Does council have any questions of staff? Seeing none, I'll open it up to the public. Does any member of the public have questions?
Good evening, Vice Mayor Bavaro and council. I basically just wanted to know what the update is or what the changes are that are going to take place in relation to current policy. So, I mean, is the city going to be borrowing at a higher interest rate, or are you going to be borrowing at more long-term loans than you have been, or are you going to be issuing bonds, or what are these debts going to look like as compared to what they've looked like in the past, or is it just going to be a continuity of the same thing? That's basically what I'm wondering. Thank you.
So the updates that are captured as part of the updates that are being made, a lot of it is just providing more clarity on the objectives of specifically identifying the specific issuance of debt. You know, again, there could be vague language that's not providing that clear direction of what the allowable options are for debt. So again, it's providing that clarity. When it comes to debt financing sections, we added language to incorporate possibilities of interim financings as an option for issuing debt. Under the terms and conditions of the bond section, again, we just provided clarity of, it didn't specify a time period of any type of lien structure in regards to callbacks related to debt. So again, that clarity and objective of that time frame has been defined and spelled out. A lot of it is capturing just, again, any required council approval related to any changes in debt restructuring. The other thing we added clarity was, again, ensuring that we're looking at comparable pricing when it looks at any specific underwriting review that we're doing with other agencies. And again, ensuring that we're not just primarily selecting based on the lowest price fee, but ensuring that it meets the objective of the required debt that's being captured. And again, a lot of the other areas are just formatting and grammatical changes. And also as part of the item, we ensure that we include a copy of the policy and every red line of the edits that are being made that's captured in the agenda report as well.
Thank you. Councilmember Escudia Brayton, is anyone present at your location would like to speak on this item?
There are no public attendees at my location. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm now closing public comment. Ask the council for further comment. Seeing none, call for a motion. Motion by Councilmember Wright, seconded by Councilmember Williams. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Ricky?
Aye.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Wright?
Aye.
Councilmember Escudia Brayton?
Aye.
Councilmember Alvarez?
Aye.
And Vice Mayor Bavaro?
Aye. Motion carries 6-0. Now, next on the agenda is council comments and reports. Does any member of the council wish to have any comments? Eric Alvarez.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I'll be brief. I just want to remind the public and my constituents of the rental housing inspection ordinance. That program is intended to remove fear of eviction and retaliation for reporting unsafe conditions of rental properties throughout the city of Modesto, and to protect the city's housing stock by adjusting how the city conducts rental housing inspections. So instead of being entirely complaint driven, each year the city inspects up to 10% of the rental housing stock in the city of Modesto randomly or based on data such as history of complaints at a particular property. These are the types of good government policies that the city of Modesto should continue to implement simply because they literally increase the quality of life for our residents. So I want to just kind of keep an open door policy as it pertains to substandard rental housing. I've had various complaints throughout my time on the council since I've assumed office in December of 2022. And I hold this as a priority because in 2025 in the city of Modesto, nobody should be, no responsible tenant should be fearing retaliation or eviction from landlords if they are responsible. So again, I want to remind the residents of Modesto of the rental housing inspection ordinance. Thank you.
Next is Councilmember Williams.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Barrow. First and foremost, I'd like to have a word of silence, or a moment of silence, for a city council member by the name of Bob Dunbar, who served in the early 2000s. He passed away May 9th. There will be a celebration of life for service for him on the 29th of June. I'll give you more information next week. However, Bob Dunbar served on this council, I believe, for 2 terms and did an outstanding job. So along with him and the moment of silence, I do want to take this opportunity, which I did not have the opportunity last week, to give thanks to the Memorial Day service that we were invited to speak at. Councilwoman Scudia Brayton and I had that opportunity. And so along with his moment of silence for his service to this community, as well as the moment of silence to those of the 5 branches who gave the ultimate sacrifice. So ladies and gentlemen, please, a moment of silence for them. Thank you very much. Graffiti, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was outstanding. I want to thank all of the Kiwanians, those that served, and friends of the Kiwanians, such as Betty and Tina was unavailable this time, and Jerry did send some backup, so thank you for that. And as you had already heard earlier, that we did have record time to getting about 1,000 cars parked due to the fact that Motown Classics and Betty Santos, as well as Legacy Alliance and their men, 5 of them, helped us Kiwanians to get those cars parked. If you have a classic car and you know how it is to idle for more than 20 minutes, your car will be overheating. However, with that help, it really, really helped us out. The Kiwanis Club, North Modesto Kiwanis Club, who puts on this endeavor, we feel like we probably will reach about $130,000, which will come right back to the city of Modesto, to 25 nonprofit organizations in this community. So I want to give a great shout out to all the helpers and all of my fellow Kiwanians who made this possible for the city of Modesto, as well as all the help from law enforcement, particularly on the day of the parade, which was Friday, which went well. There was no real major incidents. Thank God for that. And of course, our law enforcement and all those who helped out. Juneteenth is this coming Saturday at Crescenta Park. Juneteenth, Crescenta Park from 1 to 6. Hope to see you all out there celebrating the Emancipation of Proclamation. Moving on to tomorrow at MJC in the boardroom, Chancellor Henry Young has retired, and we will be honoring him tomorrow at 5:30 at the MJC YCCD boardroom. 5:30. It's open to all. It will be a short presentation, so if you can make it to that would be great. Some of you are saying, well, who is Chancellor Young? He was the chancellor for the Yosemite College District. He served over 8 years. That's pretty much almost a record for a while. They had not had steady leadership. Now they have had, and they are going to be seeking another chancellor for that position. Other than that, Mr. Vice Mayor, I think that concludes everything I have to say, other than the two Kiwanians that are in the room today. Thank you, Joyce and Margaret.
Thank you, Councilman Williams. Councilman Ricky?
Thanks, Vice Mayor. I'm excited that the West Side Virginia Trail extension was approved by Council Committee yesterday. The Virginia Trail is going to now have a safe, continuous, uninterrupted connection to downtown Modesto. And I just want to commend the city for their hard work on qualifying for the state grant to pay for this project. It's something that we've all been looking forward to on the Virginia Trail for a long, long time. And just having the perfect project and then matching it with the perfect grant is really how you perfect the art of government. So I think it's fantastic work, and I just can't wait to see all those families out there on the trail, and this time ending their adventure in downtown Modesto. Blight abatement is a huge priority for us. I know I've talked about it quite a bit, and I really appreciate the city's efforts to address it. That's why it's critical that the city needs to continue successful programs that prevent the causes of blight and dumping. Multifamily homes didn't qualify for bulky item pickup until special funding was put into place. I want to encourage the city to do the work to get that funding in place for the coming fiscal year. In addition, I'm concerned that community dump days also don't appear to have regular funding. I want to encourage the city to work quickly and to ensure that we don't take a step back in the progress that we've made in blight abatement. Thanks, Vice Mayor.
Thank you. Council Member Scudia Brayton, I see your hand up.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I am a board member for the National Association of Regional Councils, and as such, I'm attending their national conference and board meeting, and that is why I'm participating remotely. So thank you for that ability to do so. But at this event, this conference and board meeting, we're discussing a myriad of issues impacting local cities nationwide. So it's a wonderful opportunity to share our best practices that we have in Modesto with other councils throughout our nation, and then learn from what other local municipalities are doing that might work well in Modesto. So I have enjoyed having those conversations with others. I'm super excited that Modesto celebrated the graffiti events. I've been seeing the multiple postings on Facebook and social media, and been hearing from everyone how much fun they had and taking their families out. So I'm just delighted that so many people put so much effort into this event. I'm sad that I was not able to make all the events. I'm glad I was able to kick it off by at least attending the Legends of the Cruise Walk thing that took place on Wednesday, and got to hang out with Mackenzie Phillips, which is super cool. So again, thank you to absolutely everyone who put a lot of effort into making those events in Modesto. I know that it brings much joy to not only our Modestans, but people in our region to come and enjoy this wonderful festivity that we do annually. So again, thank you to everyone for making it happen. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilman Wright.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I just want to give you an update on our downtown street teams for the month of June. We had 20 members pick up over 13,033 pounds of trash in our city parks and also throughout the city. One team member got permanent housing, and 22 members attended job readiness workshops. So our downtown street is making a difference. Our downtown street team is making a difference here in Modesto. Gospel Mission had 64 women and children on their safe sleeping area that was able to get services there in the morning and help them out in finding regular location. And also our Dignity Moves housing, we have 37 individuals that have moved in to Dignity Moves. Jenny Place on 9th Street has 53 units that we had a ribbon cutting a couple weeks ago. 22 individuals have already moved into those units. Bridge housing on Owen Street for the Gospel Mission. There's 12 unit bridge housing project. Should be ready by the summer of 2025. And then Hannah's Place that we, at ribbon cutting a week or so ago, brings 60 new emergency beds to the community, including family rooms, and allow mothers and children to stay together. So my hat's off to all of our organizations that are working hard to help our homeless and doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Williams, part two.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Vice Mayor. Thank you, Councilman Wright, for bringing that up and always making sure that the city of Modesto understands that we are doing our best to be able to help all of our citizens in this community. And I did notice that the director Megan is here with her cohort, and so thank you for everything you do.
Thank you. Does the city manager have any comments or reports? Thank you. Next on the agenda is hearings. Hearing to consider approving an amendment to the Modesto Urban Area General Plan for an increase in residential density, an amendment to Title 10 of the Modesto Municipal Code for the increase of residential density, allowing of duplexes on all lots in the low-density residential R1 zones, and adoption of programmatic environmental impact report for Modesto Urban Area General Plan.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Bavaro and the rest of the City Council. I'm going to start with a little bit of background. So our general plan identifies all land uses within our city of Modesto and our sphere of influence. Historically, what the city has done is we've adopted what's called a master environmental impact report, which reviews and completes the CEQA analysis for the full general plan and the impact of those land uses. So having a master EIR actually allows staff to streamline the CEQA process for new development applications submitted, which align with the overall general plan land uses. So our current general plan and master EIR was last certified by the city in 2019 and was valid for 5 years, and so expired in 2024. So to assist in streamlining the CEQA review, the city engaged with a consultant to prepare a new programmatic EIR, or PEIR, that reflects the adopted general plan, all of our general plan amendments since our last approval, as well as the methodology review from a level of service review to a vehicle miles traveled. As we embarked on updating our programmatic EIR, there was an opportunity to implement some of our housing element programs, which was adopted by Council on December 5th, 2023. So one of the big changes we're looking at are changes to our R1, R2, and R3 zones. And so within our zoning code and within our general plan land uses, there were some discrepancies with how many units were actually allowed under each zone. And so we're looking to make the following changes. For the R1 zone, we're looking to actually increase the amount of units we're able to accommodate that from 7.5 dwelling units per acre, which is in our current general plan, up to 10.9. For our R2 zone, we're looking to increase the amounts of density allowed for that from 14.5 to 22 dwelling units per acre. And for our R3 zone, we're looking to increase it where we previously allowed 29 dwelling units per acre, and we're looking to increase it to 45. And so with that, the R3 zone densities and that higher 45 dwelling units per acre is to assist with the implementation of the different types of housing that are outlined within our housing element. The second component we're looking to update is Modesto currently allows duplexes on corner lots in the R1 zoning by right per our municipal code. The housing element states that the city will allow duplexes on all properties within the R1 zone, so not just corner lots, all lots within R1. With this change, what I wanted to ensure that the council and community did know is all the development standards would still remain in place. And so while this would apply to all lots within the R1 zone, only certain lots would be able to accommodate a duplex. So the maximum lot coverage still could not exceed 50%. There would still be a height maximum of 2 stories or 30 feet, whichever is less. The front setbacks would still have to be 15 feet, both side setbacks 5 feet, and then the rear setbacks would still have to be 10 feet. So as we initiated our changes to the general plan, we ensured our consultant reviewed our current general plan, all general plan amendments, and then utilized the new CEQA methodology in their CEQA review. An initial study, EIR, was completed that proposed changes to municipal code, as well as recommended the City Council should adopt a statement of overriding considerations, as well as writing findings in accordance with the state CEQA guidelines. As part of the regularly scheduled Planning Commission meeting on May 5th, the Planning Commission actually voted to approve and move this forward to Council in a vote of 6-0. And so with that, we do have a couple of recommendations today, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Does council have any questions of staff? Jeremiah?
Thank you. Thank you, Vice Mayor. Jessica, for the public, can you break down the R1, R2, R3 so that they actually know what that is as far as?
Yes, so basically any R zoning within the city of Modesto accommodates a type of residential unit. And so the R1 zone is a less dense residential to a medium denser residential, which is R2, and then a high density residential, which is R3.
So technically it's one house, then goes to a duplex, then goes to apartment complex.
It could be seen like that, yes.
Okay. Just for the general public to understand what you're saying. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions of council? Seeing none, I will now open for public hearing or questions. Seeing none, I will close public comments and go to, actually I need to go back to Council Member Escuda Brayton. Is there anyone present that you're at your location that would like to make a comment?
There's no one present at my location for public comment. Thank you.
Thank you. Ask council for any further comments?
Vice Mayor? Yeah, over here. I think Loretta had a question.
Loretta? Okay.
Do you?
I'm sorry, I missed you. Come on up.
Just takes her a little bit longer to get up.
Sorry that I missed you. I didn't see
That's quite all right. Loretta Card, what I'd like to know about is on this new thing that we've got. What about on the streets and also on the garages for parking? Because all this new stuff we're building around here in town, I ride the buses all the time, and it's very hard for the buses to go down these areas. So I know it's hard for cars. And people are parking on all these streets on both sides, no matter where it is. And because of that, any of this new residential stuff you guys are building, it's ridiculous in my version. People maybe don't realize this, but if you don't do something, and yes, people aren't going to stop driving cars or something, but also they need garages for each one of those. And that, I understand, we do not have except on residential, maybe one garage, and lots of cars have 5 or 6, lots of people have 5 or 6 cars. So are you going to be doing anything on that? Thank you.
Thank you.
stupid questions.
Ms. Sill?
Thanks, Vice Mayor. And so when any new development is proposed within the city of Modesto, we first ensure that the streets are built to city standards and that if there is parking proposed on streets, there's still enough room for cars to go by. And so as streets are proposed, it's that as well. So secondly is as we're proposing different housing units themselves, there is a parking standard which is required, which all new developments would have to adhere to. And so the parking is accommodated either through driveways as well as garages.
Thank you. Then we'll now close public comment. Does the council have further comments? Councilman Ricky?
Thanks, Vice Mayor. I just want to commend staff for making these changes. This is very forward-thinking. This is a good example of really using the space that we have in an appropriate way to maximize its effectiveness and get us more housing for more people, which is a problem we really all have right now. So I just really support this and want to thank staff for their work on it.
I will ditto Councilman Ricky's comments on that. Thank you. Any other council members for comments? Seeing none, I am now going to ask for actually two motions. The first one is a resolution approving an amendment to the Modesto Urban Area General Plan to amend the density of residential zones and certifying the final environmental impact report. And I will entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Williams, second by Councilmember Alvarez. Will the clerk please call the vote?
Councilmember Ricky?
Aye.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Wright?
Aye.
Councilmember Scutia-Brayton?
Aye.
Councilmember Alvarez?
Aye.
And Vice Mayor Bavaro.
Aye. Approved by 6-0 vote. Second motion, second part of this is a motion introducing and waiving the first reading of the ordinance amending Title 10 zoning regulations of the Modesto Municipal Code, amending Chapter 2, Article 1, Chapter 3, Article 1, Chapter 3, Article 2, Chapter 4, Article 1, Chapter 4, Article 5. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Councilmember
Second.
Wright, second by Councilmember Ricky. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Ricky?
Aye.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Wright?
Aye.
Councilmember Scutia-Brayton?
Aye.
Councilmember Alvarez?
Aye.
And Vice Mayor Bavaro.
Aye. Motion carries 6-0. Next hearing, I believe there is a request to continue this hearing by the Director of the Community and Economic Development.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Bavaro. We are requesting to continue this hearing and item to June 24th. This is due to some information that we're working out with the Salida Fire District.
Okay, thank you. We don't need to have a vote.
We need a motion.
Need a motion? Okay, do we have a motion to?
Motion.
Second.
Who made the motion? Jeremiah. Okay. A motion by Councilman Williams, seconded by Councilmember Ricky. Will the clerk please call for, take the vote, please?
And for clarification, that's a motion to continue the hearing to June
Yes.
24th, 2025?
Yes.
Councilmember Ricky?
Aye.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Wright?
Aye.
Councilmember Scutia-Brayton?
Aye.
Councilmember Alvarez?
Aye.
And Vice Mayor Bavaro.
Aye. Next item has been removed. Item 23. Do we need to?
No, it is removed from the agenda as noted, so it does not have to be considered. The council will not be discussing it.
Okay, thank you. Are there any matters too late for the agenda? Seeing none, I am calling a meeting of the Modesto City Council adjourned.